Hey, Sabriaya.
Hi, how are you? How you feeling today?
I am great. It is a snowy, nasty day outside, but right now we're inside and we just are enjoying being, powerful women right now having a conversation.
Yes, I'm so grateful to be here with you tonight and to talk about kind of like this notion of this boss energy that you're giving me from the backdrop, right? And from this notion and making me also thirsty for this lemonade because I see different flavors. I'm
Yes,
like, I need to get down to business of what that is, how can I
yes.
acquire some? But can you talk more about, give us a bio. Who are you? What do you do? And who you are in this community, in the community, because we're excited to hear more as far as connected to Power Street and how we are uplifting these power talks, right, with different community members. So, yeah.
Yes. First, go Power Street.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so grateful for having them in my life. So that's wonderful in itself. Um, so my business is called Deliciously Lemony. It grew. It's just like watching a baby grow. It's been amazing. It's been a journey that I would never even want to do anything else besides this. I'm having fun. I love meeting new people, customers, and just growing. It is a beverage business, and I have multiple different flavors. Um, it is mainly lemonade, but I like doing um, medicinal drinks where we're holistic and we can drink um, turmeric and ginger, and it makes you feel better, make you feel like you're fighting these germs and different things that you just don't need in your body. So
Mm.
it is definitely amazing. And when I tell you, I amazed at the feedback and the glory that I get from this product. I do all sorts of events. I sell to restaurant stores and vending carts. So it's been truly amazing.
Yes, I'm what you got me at the notion of how well this like lemonade is also made for the creation of the body, right? And kind of that way of taking care of community
Yes,
is such a beautiful thing to kind of witness. I love seeing any of my friends who are very into, making food items,
yes,
drinks,
yes.
different kind of elixirs to like heal the community, heal the body, but also they taste good and they still got
Yes.
heal the body.
Ah! Oh, it's so amazing. I do a turmeric and sea moss drink, and
Ooh.
also well a turmeric and ginger and sea moss and ginger drink, and it has no sugar. It's amazing because you don't miss the sugar at
Yes.
all. At all.
Talk
So
about it.
we have so many qualities and different drinks that we are used to drinking with sugar, and we feel like we need that in our lives. So to have something like this, it's
It's
hands down.
hands down that it is a testament to the way in
Yes,
which Black women take care of community. Um,
absolutely.
and so, what I love is you talk about kind of the notion of how nutrition comes into play of when we deal with community and how
Hmm.
we service community. And what I love about that, talk more about um, how this has been important to you in your own nutritional kind of like journey, as well as the healing of your own body in spirit.
Well, for me, it's the same thing we're all going through. We're all going through with this COVID coming back.
Hmm.
They have so many different strands. We have to find ways to boost our immune system. We have to find ways other than just wearing a mask and staying away to make ourselves um, fight back. Like we want to punch back and stay out of the situation. We have so many
Hmm.
different things that are pulling us down. For me, I'm not going to say I want to live forever, but I want to live
Come on, come
I want to
on.
live healthy as possible while I'm here.
Hmm.
So for me, if so, I what it was, how that part of the drinks got started is this is something I drink already anyway. I like to drink, herbal drinks, healthy, burdock root, things of that nature. So this was something that I already do. I just decided to bring it and show you guys, show it to the world what I've been doing. So I try not to do as many medicines that's just over the counter or prescribed. I try to help fight myself to not get these things.
Mm.
So it's been amazing. I don't get sick as often as I want to see everybody else does. So it is definitely works for me. And right now, I think in this world that we live in, we got to find out what works for us. That's going to help us live longer, healthier lives.
Yeah. And also talk more if you can about I hear you talking about things you do for yourself, right? And where did you learn these practices before you showed out to the world? Like, where did you learn? You know, we all have traditions that we do and how we keep ourselves, you know, healthy
Right.
and things. Um, I can think about my grandmother and how she used to like
Yes.
take a spoonful of apple cider vinegar
Yes.
at least once a day,
Old school.
and what that meant. And we used to hate it when we went over her house. Like, oh my god,
Absolutely.
not
Grandma's
this,
gonna make you drink it. And that's what it
right?
is. I try to educate myself. I
Hmm.
try to read up and I look around and I try to see what's working. And I just wanna look at all those old school values that grandparents. I'm a grandma. I want to take care.
Stop.
I want that I am a grandma. I want that
Pause.
garlic in
Pause. I'm a grandma out here.
yes,
Let me tell you.
I am all grandma. Yes, I am. I want garlic in your stew. I'm every bit of that person. So I want to bring that those things back
Hmm.
because we don't have those grandmoms anymore.
Yeah.
We gotta do what we can for these kids because they got so much going on in their lives already. We just try and keep them healthy.
Ooh, I think that's important. You talk about the generationals, you know, when you
Yes.
talk about how we take care of generations, there are, you know, so many what we call old grandma ways of, you know, you put the garlic in your shoe, you know.
Unbelievable.
My grandmother was a testament. I remember I had just one kind of like boil when I was a kid. And she was like, she would tape a potato to it and be like, there you go. And be like, it's gonna be fine by the morning. And what that potato would do, it would suck out all of the bacteria in the boil.
Absolutely.
So it
Wow.
came, yeah. And also this notion of this apple cider vinegar, and it was like a ritual for her. And I think rituals, especially with food and drink and
Yes.
herbs, are so important to the Black community
Absolutely.
in a way that it's held us. You know what I'm saying? And that
Hmm.
people are like, oh, you know, when I think about people talking about soul food, I'm like, well, soul food not necessarily doesn't always mean that unhealthiness. It came
Right.
from necessity of soul food requires greens and herbs and those kind of things, and
Right.
the importance of how do we use those resources. And I always talk about like how capitalism comes into play and how sometimes capitalism stops us from being able to afford these herbs
Mm.
and these resources, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is why I try to keep my product as fair as possible. We're in Philadelphia, we have the sugar tax. So things are very expensive. No matter what you do in this world right now, it's very expensive. But I want to try to keep my product as low as possible. That way we can all afford it. We can all afford to drink healthy drinks. I have drinks that have mint in it and is all natural. You have all different types
Mm-hmm.
of fruit in it. You have eat strawberries, you have strawberries inside, you have peaches and you have fresh peaches inside. I want to be able to make the average person be able to afford to get this drink and drink healthy and without the sugar, without the preservatives, without all the
Mm-hmm.
bad stuff that's making ADD and ADHD and all these letters that we can't even figure out. What's wrong with these children right now?
Yeah, and because diet does play a cause in how, you know, children moved out the world. I think it's
Right.
something that we don't talk about enough, especially because in Philly and Baltimore and New York and all these places, there are food deserts where we don't have fresh groceries, you know?
Right.
And what does that mean for how we are able to afford to feed our children? And so are we able to, you know, when you go to the store and it costs more to, you know, eat healthy or
Mhm.
to get the herbs, I think it's also the education about it because I
Yes.
think, you know, we
Yes.
come from a lineage of people where soul food and all these different Black culture culinary things came out of making from scraps something that was, you know, necessary,
Yes.
right? And depending on the land to give us these, you know,
Right.
fresh herbs and things. And
Mhm.
so I think what I love is that you're talking about the notion of how do we return that to our community in a
Yes.
way that also, tells them that, we care about them having things that taste good and taste, but
Taste
still,
good, taste fresh.
feel.
Because we don't even know what fresh is anymore.
Mm,
Our children are used to going to the supermarkets or the, I don't know, corner stores and get a soda.
yeah.
Soda. What is soda doing to you? Is the obesity that soda brings.
Mhm.
So it's just so many different things that our children do that we taught them to do, but we don't. We need to do better. We've got to do better.
Yeah. And so what I love is this notion of, you're talking about kind of what a lot of, we see urban gardens around Philly. We see a lot of
Yes.
different spaces that are interested in
I am a
getting that.
grower. I am a grower
Yeah.
myself. Yes,
Come on, plant
absolutely.
the seeds.
Yes.
Because that's important. I think,
Very.
what's one way that, community can support in these initiatives and these businesses that are really about the community, about,
Hmm.
providing nourishment to the community.
Yes. Um, so I'm not sure exactly what I would say to that. I think we definitely need more spots in our areas, um in our to make products like these available. We need to be these not just my product, many other products in this nature need to be on the shelves. I try to put my drinks on the shelves of a lot of different stores, but it's hard to compete when you have a, say, 7-Eleven or Sunoco, and it has shelves of all these drinks that we we technically should not be drinking on a daily basis that cause all of this harm. So I think if we had more places that provide these healthy drinks, we go in so certain supermarkets in certain neighborhoods and they don't have these things. So I think if we had, I don't know, some other form of getting these things out and trying to educate folks to drink these, to eat these, to live longer, to be greater for your mind, for your health, for all of these things, we'll all be better off human beings.
Mm. And what I love about that topic and that notion of, we'll all be better human beings, I think we tend to forget how important it is what we're putting in our bodies and how it
Oh,
regulates
without a
how we
doubt.
show up. How we show up in the world. You know.
It goes straight through our pores. Lotion goes through our pores. All these things that we do to our bodies, we don't think about what's actually going in and how it's reflecting on us as a human being.
Mm. And I think that's a great conversation to have as youth are coming up. I think a lot of times I'm seeing a lot of young girls who are still very much looking for guidance on what's right to use on my body,
Right.
what's the natural stuff and things to put on my skin,
Hmm.
what is important for me to have a healthy, body, that is either
Right.
menstruating or going through
Right.
puberty. Like, what does that look like, right? um the negotiate, and then we also live in a world that, how do we have fresh water and access to water that does not,
Oh,
you
good
know,
question.
is not going to put us through something. And I think about that scare that Philly had last summer of
Yes.
like, oh, don't drink the tap. We're like,
Don't drink
huh?
the water until tomorrow we can. Like, is it safe now?
Yeah. It's like,
Right. So
hold
it's a misconception of what's right or what's wrong. So we sometimes we can't figure it out. But when we have products like mine with as less additives, when you read anything, any type of lotion or anything that you put in you, if the less ingredients is best.
on.
It's less
Yes.
is always best. When you
Yes.
can't even pronounce some of the things that's inside of whatever you're eating, drinking, or doing, it's probably not a good thing.
And I think people understand that, you know what I'm saying? Because we're not taught
But
similar
we
to,
don't. A lot of folks don't even look at the ingredients.
oh
They don't
no,
care. A lot of them don't. A lot of them don't pay it any mind. Probably because they've already been drinking it and eating it for so long.
mm-hmm.
We didn't read the back of the Lysol can and see COVID before COVID came.
We did. And that's the thing about, I think for me, when COVID hit, it became even more important to up my vitamins and my sea
Ooh,
moss and those
yes.
things, because I was talking to friends. I was like, yeah, you don't take elderberry on the daily. You don't take certain things on the daily.
Yes.
And I'm like, y'all have to train your body to take in these substances, as this is what I
Absolutely.
need to fight off,
Right.
what's happening in this world. I think with COVID, I think a lot of times there was that divide over, um, basically, the herbalists who were like, listen, I still, I'll mask, but also if I'm building up my immune
Right.
system, there should be no need, because I'm going to have the protection that I need,
Right.
right? Um, and so I'm curious as to, anything that you noticed in the selling of your lemonades, like what did you from customers, as far as like how they felt afterwards, how they felt like cared for after having these, in their house.
So what I do is I drink. I'm actually have one in my hand right now. This is ginger. This is turmeric and echinacea.
I love some
So
echinacea.
this is what I'm drinking right now. I mean, literally, this wasn't even part of the program, but this is what I'm drinking right now. When I tell you, it feels your warmth inside. It
Yeah.
feels like it feels like you did your body the way it was supposed to get done for that day.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like it's fighting off something, it feels like you just boost up your immune system. And I hear that all the time. I then mainly on weekends, and when I walked away from this girl the other day, she walked and she's like, yes. And that makes me feel good. It makes me feel good because I that's one less person that giving you more germs. Or if we get some way to keep the germs down, or to fight whatever is going on, to me that's starting the battle. So
Yeah.
I definitely feel good when I hear all good positive feedback. It makes me melt inside, I have to say.
Yeah,
It's
because
definitely a good feeling.
you're serving your community in a way that is necessary, right? But also in a way that is personal. I think a lot of times we look for it to make things, creatively, or just in our work period, that
Yeah.
seems to be an uplifting way to service community, and to be honest, an honest way to do it. And what's
Feels
more
good.
honest than the natural herbs and things that we grow in the ground being a part of what we are giving to our community,
Yes.
right? So no one can say, be like, nah, that lemonade is sugary. No, my lemonade is for these people to get,
Yes,
get it
it's such a
together, to
joy.
feel
It's such
better.
a joy. Yes, it really is. And I have something for everybody. I
Mm-hmm.
try to make sure that when you see me, there's going to be something that you like, whether or not it's a drink that actually has no sugar in it at all, because I do like I said, the sea moss with ginger and the turmeric and ginger. It has honey. It has the coating qualities of everything in your lungs that make you feel all good and fresh inside.
Yes, yes.
So you have the regular drinks that have. I started a green apple drink. I did it for the Eagles. I don't want to hear no mess about the Eagles right now, but I did the drink for the Eagles. I'm just saying, we're
I
not even
rep
gonna talk
different
about
birds.
that.
I'm sorry. I'm a Ravens fan, so I can't talk. I can't
Yeah,
listen.
don't
My
say nothing right now.
my peoples is doing good.
We're not gonna discuss it. We're just gonna let it ride. But I did a drink for Eagles. I changed it actually because I said, you know what, I don't want no trouble. Because I was just it was just temporarily, and I heard so much feedback, and people wanted to kill me. So I do not stop selling that drink. I want more. I want more, and they just keep ordering it. So I changed the label, and now it's just green apple. It is not Eagles no more. Sorry.
Sometimes, the Eagles, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
They'll be
They,
fine. They gonna come back. They gonna come back. They
they,
had a hiccup.
I don't know. I don't know
It's a
about that.
hiccup.
That's where we may disagree on this
I don't
here.
want to fight. I don't want to fight. It's so funny because as an Eagles fan, we usually want to fight.
Yeah, yeah.
We
And,
usually
and,
want to
and
fight.
I,
Right
the
now,
same
I don't
goes
want to
for a
fight.
Ravens fan. We usually like, listen, I don't know about y'all, but the birds, the only birds I rep is the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? Purple
You petty
Nation.
right now, but right now I can't even talk about it. I ain't got nothing to say. Let's leave it at
Listen,
that.
y'all gonna do. Listen, Philly gonna show up. The Eagles gonna get themselves together. I hope. I pray.
They
You
are.
know.
They going to get some plays together, and they going, the coaches going to have some conversations, and they going to go back, and they going to come back stronger than they was ever before.
You know what I think? They need to have a conversation with you about what they're putting in their, the athletes' bodies. Because if they're
Right.
not drinking your lemonade, you feel
That
what I'm
part.
saying?
That part.
That's why
That's
they
exactly
ain't
what
doing
they
as good.
missing.
They need to do because they ain't got the nutrition. They
Right.
need to be on their
Right.
field.
Right.
See,
Absolutely. Then we have all these athletes out here taking days off thinking they got it. But when they come back, on the courts, on the fields or wherever, yeah,
but
they
are
got it
you
together.
drinking your ginger? Are you drinking your
Right.
turmeric? You like ask them the
Absolutely.
questions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What are you putting in your bodies? It's the truth. It's
Yeah,
absolutely 100%. It's the truth. So we all got to do better.
we do. We
Do
do.
better. We do better. We perform better.
That is the point. Especially speaking of performing like Power Street Theater, that notion of a lot of theater artists love the notion of these snacks and these like
Oh,
notion of
yes.
like how we put healthy things in our body to perform and to dance and to be in
Right.
space,
You have to have the energy, and you have to have
Oh,
that. Yes, I mean your vocal cords. What all of this have to be, is combined. When they said, your hip bone is connected to your, they meant that when we were children. And when one part ain't working right, the other part ain't working right either.
and that's what people need to understand. What is that
Mm,
notion of, and what I love in this conversation is you're talking about community and how we take care of community through the nutrition that we give to our community, the nourishment we give our community, but also more deeply, how the community can be more investigative of what is being put in our stores near us.
yes,
How do we, build more opportunity for us to access deliciously lemony? Like, how do we create opportunities to be like, hey, so I think my last
funding.
question is around that. Is like, where can we, find all of these drinks and these like herbs that are going to help us in, healing ourselves and moving forward in the world?
Well, I will say, as of right now, you can get Deliciously Lemony at Sisters Gym Cafe in Horsham.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, that's one of the spots that is selling it regularly on a daily basis. Sisters Gym Cafe. You can look it up, find it in Horsham, and also K and J at
Mm.
Fox and Henry Avenue. So yes, it's Fox and Henry. It's Fox and what is that street?
And if they,
Fox and it's K. Well, they'll find it. It's K&J
mm-hmm.
and Huntington Park. I'm sorry. Yeah, she says Huntington Park.
Yes.
Right, Fox and Huntington Park. So absolutely, every day you can find them there as of right now. But I think we need more funding. I think we need more funding. I think we need to bring to light more businesses that are offering products like this,
Mm-hmm.
more personal businesses, because if we are drinking all these prepackaged products, we're eating all these prepackaged products. If we eat more of non-fast food like foods, foods that are actually good for us, I think that is just definitely what you know not just Philadelphia, we all need.
Mm. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Shanee. Like, you're
No, thank you.
amazing. And what I love is I love this your spirit. I love, I already told you I love your backdrop because it's giving boss energy. Like, this is what we do around here. And thank you for letting us know where we can get Deliciously Lemony. Like, that sound
Yes.
like I'm gonna have to make some trips around this mug.
Yes. No,
And
I have to make sure you get some. Honestly, I just love this business. I love what I do.
mm,
I have great fun. I'm never When they say when you love what you do, you're never working. I love what I do. I love conversations. I love talking to people. I love talking to people not just about my product because the product speaks for itself. But it's definitely been a pleasure. Thank you.
thank you. All right, y'all. Y'all heard it here. Y'all better get y'all some Deliciously Lemony. This has been a
Yes,
power talk with Shanee, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity to talk with
blessings.
you and to connect. And I'm looking forward to leaving the best review,
Absolutely.
like 10 out of 10 when I try that ginger. Like, I love a good drink with ginger and some turmeric. I'll be like, yes, give me that.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
period.
You and me both. You and me both. Thank you. Ginger and turmeric. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, wait, I forgot our last question. I should have said, listen, before we sign off, what makes you powerful? What makes you feel
Wow.
powerful?
What makes me feel powerful is empowering you to be powerful yourself. If we're all
Mm.
powerful, and especially as women, like when we're able to take the power back and we are able to control our lives and make us feel healthy and strong, that is what all I need. If I give back, then I feel better. So giving back makes me feel wonderful.